So, my videos are often about subjects which I feel are not getting the coverage they deserve in the mainstream media, and this week is no exception, but it's a slightly unusual one. We've been talking for months about plans to close hundreds of railway ticket offices up and down the UK, and the impact that this might have on all sorts of groups of people, including obvious people like, for example, blind people who might not be able to use an electronic ticket machine, people with physical disabilities who might need help getting on and off a train, but also other groups of people such as those who don't have a bank account and may not be able to use machines that often don't accept cash. Older people, people with learning difficulties, people who feel vulnerable and unsafe and maybe more comfortable at a station knowing that there's somebody sat in a ticket office that they can turn to if something goes wrong and they don't feel right about the situation. And of course, what happens when the ticket machines break, and of course, what happens when there are delays and it's difficult to get to places, and you really need advice and support from a real human being who can help you out and let you know what's going on. Well, this week, the government has told the railway companies that they're not allowed to close the ticket offices. We won. Like, why is this not in the papers? Like, it's weird, isn't it? We won. It's good news. Surely that's the sort of thing we should be sharing. I mean, it's also, as a small side point, interesting that the government has told the railway companies not to close the ticket offices, which suggests that the government still has all this power over the railway companies, but we can't nationalise them. So we have all the power and we basically tell them what to do, and then we let them keep all the profits and hand them to their wealthy shareholders, right? I mean, we could nationalise the railways and have all the control and then take the money and spend it on, schools and hospitals and that sort of thing. Or, hand it to Rishi Sunak's wealthy mates like they usually do when it comes to money that the government has access to. But the important thing is this. It's easy to feel like we're screaming into the void and whatever we're doing isn't really changing anything. And maybe they want us to feel that way, but we're not. In actual fact, we do have power and we can change things. And I know that the speed at which this government does terrible, terrible things can make it feel like maybe they're just being deliberately as awful as possible, knowing that we'll never quite catch up with them. But that is all the more reason to move faster, to be more organised, to be more focused, and to believe that we can have an impact and to keep chasing those things. So let me take this as an opportunity to urge you to get stuck into whatever cause is at the top of your wish list. Let me urge you to write to your MP, join the relevant organisation, sign up to things, be a part of getting your voice heard, making sure people know where you stand on these issues and that your vote is dependent on them doing the right thing. Because, the mainstream media maybe don't even want you to know this, but we actually can change stuff. See you next week. Increasingly, the mainstream media is terrible at informing the public of what is really going on. I'm only able to make these videos because people are generous enough to sponsor me making them, and if you're able to be a part of that, I would hugely appreciate it. It can cost as little as $1 a month and you'll get loads of fun bonus content and lots of extras from me and my undying gratitude. I also massively appreciate it if you're able to like, share these videos and let people out there know what's going on.